What if I told you that everything holding you back, fear, doubt, failure, is actually your greatest advantage, waiting to be unlocked? Imagine having a vision so clear and a drive so relentless that obstacles become stepping stones and every setback turns into a lesson. Picture yourself acting with unstoppable momentum, taking steps today that will multiply tomorrow, while others wait for the perfect moment. What if I said the secret isn't talent, luck, or timing, but the way you think, the way you act, and the way you inspire those around you? By embracing simplicity, persistence, and influence, you can break through limits you never thought possible. And the best part? Every action you take right now moves you closer to greatness, because unstoppable people don't wait. They create, they learn, they lead. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll discover how to turn doubt into determination, ideas into action, and ordinary efforts into extraordinary results. Vision over circumstances is the ability to see beyond the immediate obstacles and limitations that life throws in your path. It is the mental image of what you want to create, achieve, or become, regardless of the environment around you. Most people are held back because they allow current difficulties, failures, or societal expectations to dictate what is possible. They focus on the walls rather than the doorways, the storms rather than the stars. But those who rise to greatness understand that the mind is the architect of reality. A clear, unwavering vision acts like a compass, guiding every decision, every action, and every step toward the destination that others might not yet believe exists. Without it, energy is scattered, efforts are diluted, and dreams remain fragments of imagination rather than the blueprint of achievement. When you cultivate a vision that is larger than the problems you face, it becomes a source of magnetic attraction. Opportunities begin to align, people are drawn to support your path, and challenges transform from barriers into puzzles to be solved. Vision over circumstances also requires courage, because it asks you to act with faith when the world seems to suggest otherwise. It demands that you trust the process, trust your ability to adapt, and trust that persistence and clarity will eventually carry you to your goal. Living with vision means setting priorities according to where you want to go, not where you currently are. It teaches patience with progress and resilience when setbacks occur. It helps you maintain focus in a noisy, distracted world, reminding you that every decision either brings you closer to the vision or drifts you further away. People who master this principle develop a heightened sense of awareness about opportunities that others overlook, because they are constantly evaluating every situation through the lens of their ultimate goal. They are not victims of circumstance. They are architects of destiny, bending reality by aligning their thoughts, actions, and intentions with a clear picture of what they aim to create. Vision over circumstances also encourages innovation, because seeing a goal that doesn't yet exist requires imagining new methods, new solutions, and unconventional paths. It prevents stagnation, fuels motivation, and generates an internal compass that is far more reliable than external validation. Those who adopt this mindset rarely rely solely on luck or timing, because they understand that vision produces its own momentum. Obstacles are reframed as signposts rather than stop signs. Fear is converted into fuel rather than shackles. The mind becomes a laboratory where possibilities are tested, refined, and perfected long before the world acknowledges them. In essence, the ability to prioritize vision above the immediate realities is what separates those who drift through life from those who carve enduring legacies, enabling individuals to achieve feats that once seemed impossible, not because circumstances were favorable, but because their vision refused to be constrained by them. Relentless action is the driving force that separates dreamers from achievers, the consistent movement toward a goal that transforms ideas into tangible results. Many people possess brilliant concepts or clear visions, but they falter when it comes to execution. They wait for the perfect moment, the ideal conditions, or external approval. And in doing so, they allow their potential to stagnate. Relentless action demands that one move forward even when conditions are imperfect, even when the path is unclear, and even when doubt and fear whisper that success is unlikely. It is the refusal to be paralyzed by hesitation or uncertainty, the understanding that progress is built incrementally, step by step, day by day. Those who embody relentless action treat failure not as a stop sign, but as a signal to adjust and continue, understanding that every small effort compounds over time, creating momentum that becomes almost unstoppable. Action itself is not enough unless it is purposeful, directed, and consistent. Random or sporadic activity may give the illusion of productivity, but relentless action channels energy into focused efforts that bring one closer to their goal. It requires discipline because the natural tendency of the mind is to resist discomfort, to procrastinate, and to settle for convenience rather than challenge. Persistence becomes the engine, but relentless action is the fuel that keeps it running. People who practice this principle do not rely solely on inspiration, which is fleeting, but cultivate habits and routines that guarantee progress regardless of mood or motivation. They understand that waiting for motivation to strike is a trap, and that real progress is forged through commitment to continuous effort. Relentless action also involves courage because moving forward consistently often means facing criticism, skepticism, and unforeseen obstacles. Each step, no matter how small, builds confidence and creates opportunities that would remain invisible to those who wait passively. Over time, this principle transforms ordinary individuals into formidable forces because it combines vision with execution, intention with movement, and courage with persistence. Relentless action is contagious, attracting like-minded collaborators and inspiring others to elevate their own efforts, creating a network of momentum that amplifies impact. It teaches resilience because the act of doing again and again strengthens the mind, reinforces belief, and trains the body to respond to challenges with determination rather than hesitation. Even when results are slow or setbacks occur, relentless action ensures that one remains in motion, gradually eroding obstacles and turning what once seemed impossible into an inevitable outcome. It shifts the focus from waiting for opportunity to creating opportunity, from reacting to circumstances to proactively shaping the future. In essence, relentless action is the bridge between thought and achievement, between desire and reality, the principle that ensures no idea, no dream, and no goal remains dormant, because it is through unceasing effort, determination, and purposeful movement that ordinary efforts accumulate into extraordinary accomplishments. Embracing failure as a teacher is the mindset that transforms setbacks into stepping stones, making every obstacle an opportunity for growth and refinement. Many people fear failure because it carries embarrassment, disappointment, or the appearance of weakness, and they allow this fear to prevent them from taking bold actions or pursuing ambitious goals. Yet failure is not the enemy, it is the instructor that provides the most honest feedback about what works, what doesn't, and what needs to be changed. To embrace failure is to understand that mistakes are not permanent judgments on one's ability, but temporary signals that adjustment is needed, and each misstep contains information that accelerates the learning process. This principle requires humility because it forces individuals to confront their limitations without allowing ego to dictate responses. It requires courage because moving forward after failure demands the willingness to face uncertainty again, armed with lessons rather than guarantees. Those who adopt this mindset develop resilience, because each failure becomes a rehearsal for future success, each setback a rehearsal in patience, perseverance, and problem-solving. Failure also teaches adaptability, revealing gaps in strategy, execution, or understanding that would remain hidden without the experience of falling short. People who resist failure often stagnate, trapped in routines that feel safe but never lead to transformation, while those who embrace it grow exponentially, learning faster and acting smarter. Embracing failure does not mean seeking it out recklessly, nor does it mean ignoring careful planning or preparation, but it means removing fear from the decision-making process and viewing every outcome as a source of insight. It builds confidence, paradoxically, because repeated exposure to setbacks teaches that failure is survivable, manageable, and useful, and that one's ultimate worth is not measured by errors but by the ability to rise, learn, and advance. This principle fosters creativity because fear of failure stifles innovation, while those unafraid to experiment are free to explore unconventional ideas, take calculated risks, and discover solutions that would otherwise remain hidden. It also cultivates persistence, because the lessons learned from failure illuminate the path forward, providing clarity on what changes or adjustments are necessary to reach the intended goal. In a sense, failure becomes a mentor, guiding decision-making, shaping strategies, and refining character, while simultaneously teaching patience, discipline, and resilience. Those who internalize this approach develop a mindset that views obstacles as teachers rather than punishers, setbacks as invitations to improve rather than signs of inadequacy, and difficulties as part of the natural process of growth rather than signals to quit. By consistently applying the lessons learned from failure, individuals convert each experience of loss or disappointment into fuel for progress, creating a compounding effect where knowledge, skill, and confidence grow stronger with every challenge faced. This principle ensures that no mistake is wasted, no setback is meaningless, and no disappointment can derail long-term success, because the person who embraces failure is always learning, always improving, and always moving closer to their ultimate potential. Innovation through simplicity is the principle that the most profound breakthroughs often come not from complexity, but from clarity, focus, and the ability to make things easier, faster, or more effective. Many people associate innovation with advanced technology, intricate systems, or groundbreaking theories, but true innovation is measured by its impact and usability, not its sophistication. Complexity can create barriers, confusion, and inefficiency, while simplicity allows ideas to be understood, implemented, and scaled more effectively. This principle requires deep understanding, because simplifying without losing essential function demands insight into the core of a problem, the needs of the people it serves, and the ultimate objective. Those who master innovation through simplicity look beyond superficial improvements and focus on removing unnecessary complications, streamlining processes, and creating solutions that are intuitive and elegant. Simplicity is not laziness or cutting corners. It is the result of thoughtful analysis, testing, and refinement. Seeking to eliminate friction without sacrificing quality or performance, it empowers others to adopt ideas more readily, because a simple, clear approach is easier to understand, replicate, and improve upon, multiplying its effectiveness and reach. Innovation through simplicity also fosters creativity, because constraints and focus force the mind to think differently, to find smarter solutions rather than relying on brute force, elaborate systems, or overly complicated strategies. People who embrace this mindset understand that elegance and efficiency often go hand in hand, and that progress is accelerated when the solution is accessible, practical, and repeatable. This principle encourages experimentation, because a simple approach allows rapid iteration, testing, and adaptation, providing immediate feedback that complex systems often obscure. It also builds resilience, because simpler systems are easier to repair, adapt, or pivot when circumstances change, allowing innovation to remain effective under pressure or uncertainty. The world often overvalues complexity, equating it with intelligence, sophistication, or superiority, but history repeatedly shows that the ideas that truly change industries, communities, or societies are those that remove obstacles rather than create new ones, that clarify rather than confuse, and that solve problems in ways that are practical and understandable. Innovation through simplicity also inspires collaboration, because when an idea is clear, others can contribute, improve, and expand upon it without being hindered by unnecessary complication. It highlights the importance of empathy, because creating simple solutions requires understanding the experience of others, identifying pain points, and designing approaches that truly serve the intended users. Those who master this principle consistently outpace competitors who rely on complexity, because they focus on what matters most and strip away what does not, making their solutions more adaptable, scalable, and impactful. Simplicity becomes a form of power, because it transforms abstract ideas into actionable strategies, allows teams to execute efficiently, and ensures that progress is not stalled by confusion or inefficiency. Ultimately, innovation through simplicity is the bridge between imagination and implementation, turning visionary ideas into practical realities that produce measurable results, creating solutions that are not only inventive, but also accessible, efficient, and enduring, demonstrating that true genius lies in making the complex simple, the cumbersome effortless, and the impossible achievable. Persistence beyond doubt is the unshakable determination to continue moving forward even when uncertainty, fear, or skepticism surrounds you. Many people abandon their dreams at the first sign of difficulty, allowing hesitation, self-doubt, or the opinions of others to dictate their actions. Those who achieve greatness understand that doubt is not a signal to stop, but a natural part of any ambitious endeavor. Persistence beyond doubt requires the ability to trust in one's vision, abilities, and plan, even when immediate results are invisible or circumstances seem discouraging. It is a commitment to keep taking steps, making decisions, and putting in effort consistently, regardless of external validation or short-term outcomes. This principle is fueled by resilience, because the path to meaningful achievement is rarely smooth, and obstacles are inevitable. People who embody this mindset treat doubt as a companion rather than an enemy, recognizing it as a sign that they are stepping outside comfort zones, pushing boundaries and attempting what others may not dare to pursue. Persistence beyond doubt also demands mental discipline because the mind naturally searches for reasons to quit or settle, and it is the deliberate choice to act anyway that separates those who succeed from those who stagnate. Each action taken in the face of doubt builds confidence, reinforces capability, and strengthens the resolve needed to tackle the next challenge. It creates a compounding effect, where small victories accumulate, reinforcing belief and momentum that can overcome even the most daunting obstacles. This principle encourages a long-term perspective, reminding individuals that immediate validation or recognition is not the measure of success, but that continuous effort aligned with purpose eventually produces results. Persistence beyond doubt also inspires others, because consistent action in spite of uncertainty demonstrates courage, conviction, and leadership. It shifts focus from fear of failure to commitment to the process, emphasizing what can be controlled, effort, attitude, and preparation, rather than what cannot. People who practice this mindset often develop creativity and adaptability because persistence forces them to seek alternative routes, innovate, and find solutions when traditional paths are blocked. It teaches patience, because lasting success is rarely instantaneous, and the ability to endure, adjust, and maintain effort over time is what produces extraordinary outcomes. Doubt will always exist, both from internal voices and external critics, but persistence beyond doubt ensures that these challenges do not derail progress. It transforms uncertainty into motivation, hesitation into action, and obstacles into opportunities to learn and grow. Individuals who live by this principle do not wait for perfect conditions or guarantees. They move forward with faith in their vision and trust in the power of consistent effort. Persistence beyond doubt is ultimately a testament to the strength of will, the clarity of purpose, and the courage to keep advancing when others pause or retreat. It is the force that allows ordinary people to accomplish extraordinary feats, because it transforms resilience into achievement, fear into determination, and uncertainty into momentum, proving that true success is not reserved for the naturally talented, but for those willing to persist relentlessly, even when every reason to quit seems present. Influence and leadership is the ability to inspire, guide, and empower others toward a shared vision, creating impact far beyond individual effort. Many people focus solely on personal achievement, believing success is measured by wealth, skill, or recognition alone. But true mastery lies in the capacity to elevate those around you. Influence is not about authority or control, but about trust, credibility, and the ability to communicate a compelling vision that others feel motivated to follow. Leadership is the practical application of this influence, guiding action, setting direction, and creating environments where people can contribute their best. Those who cultivate influence understand that their words, actions, and attitudes ripple outward, shaping perceptions, decisions, and behaviors. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to reinforce values, build confidence, and instill a sense of purpose. Influence and leadership require empathy, because understanding the needs, aspirations, and challenges of others is essential for inspiring authentic commitment. People follow leaders who make them feel seen, capable, and valued, not merely directed. It also demands consistency, as credibility is built over time through reliable decisions, integrity, and a track record of delivering results. Leaders who master influence recognize that multiplying impact is more effective than maximizing individual effort, because a united group can achieve what one person alone cannot. This principle encourages teaching, mentoring, and sharing knowledge, because developing others strengthens the overall mission and ensures the continuation of progress even beyond the leader's immediate involvement. Influence and leadership also require vision, because guiding others effectively depends on clarity about the destination and the path to get there. A leader without a clear direction cannot inspire confidence or commitment. Communication becomes a powerful tool, as the ability to articulate goals, expectations, and values shapes collective effort and drives alignment toward common objectives. People who embrace this principle also cultivate patience and adaptability, understanding that growth and change take time, and that setbacks among those they guide are opportunities for support and development rather than frustration or criticism. Leadership amplifies the power of persistence, innovation, and action because it channels these qualities through teams and networks, transforming individual momentum into collective achievement. Influence is strengthened by authenticity because people follow those who are genuine, transparent, and consistent in their principles. Leaders who embody influence create environments where initiative, creativity, and responsibility are encouraged, making the group stronger and more resilient to challenges. The ability to lead effectively also reinforces personal growth, because guiding others requires reflection, humility, and continuous improvement. Those who master influence and leadership leave lasting legacies, not only in the achievements they accomplish, but in the people they inspire, the systems they improve, and the culture they shape. Leadership is ultimately the multiplier of effort, the bridge between individual vision and collective accomplishment, and the force that turns personal ambition into meaningful, sustainable impact, demonstrating that no level of talent or effort is complete without the capacity to uplift, motivate, and guide others toward shared success. That success is not a matter of luck or circumstance, but of mindset, action, and influence. The journey is guided by vision, powered by relentless effort, strengthened by the lessons of failure, sharpened through simplicity, fueled by unwavering persistence, and amplified by the ability to inspire and lead others. When these principles are embraced, obstacles no longer define us, doubts no longer deter us, and limits no longer confine us. We begin to operate from a place of strength, clarity, and purpose, moving forward with confidence that every step we take is building momentum toward greatness. Remember that the power to achieve extraordinary things lies not in waiting for the perfect moment, but in taking decisive action today. Your vision can light the way, your persistence can break through walls, and your influence can create ripple effects that transform not only your life, but the lives of everyone around you. Believe in the process, trust in your journey, and remain committed to the principles that create unstoppable momentum. Good luck as you step forward to implement these truths in your life. May your journey be filled with clarity, courage, and unwavering determination. Thank you for allowing me to share these insights with you today, and may they inspire you.